That's in the shade in the garage with the swamp cooler going. Let me run through a couple things I'm working on right now. Got the hole prepped for the window. It's always good when you prep your hole. I figured I'd shoot a little paint around the perimeter and on this little drip edge thing here while the window's not there, so I don't have to look at school bus yellow or red oxide primer. I got most of the subfloor in. I need 3 more pieces to finish the subfloor out. The water tank's going to go here. I'm going to put a 46-gallon water tank, fresh water tank here, and then I'll, put the fill over here underneath the rub rail, so it'll be down here, right? I'm going to replace this fuel door with a new fuel door and get those at Midwest with the hinge already installed for like 22 bucks. And we're going to use that old fuel door, and I'm going to make an access panel here so I don't have to look at the gravity fill, right? Yeah, kind of like that. So I made this pan. This will sit on the inside of the bus. The hole, I'll cut that out and I'll roll the edge, and then the fill will go in there so that when that little flapper door is shut, it hides all this stuff. You don't see it. Let's go cut a hole inside the bus. Alright, hole's cut. Guess that means I'm committed. I really do need to spend some time cleaning my garage, because that place is a freaking disaster. So there's a hole. This is the box that's going to have the filler thing mounted in, right? And this will get mounted in here, like so, filling up the water tank. Right? So, now, how am I going to fasten this, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to hold it in place like this when I'm spraying the foam, and I'm going to foam it in. And this, from this metal rail all the way to the floor, it's getting furred out 1.5 inches. That'll provide me a chase on both sides of the bus. That'll provide a wire chase and a chase for that heating, the heating hose to go up to the front of the bus for the bus heater. And then it'll also provide an extra inch or so of insulation, and then I can drill this in after the fact. What I got to do right now is deburr that edge and then get a hammer and dolly out and roll that edge. Alright, what I have to do here is roll this edge in so it stiffens it up a little bit. Now there's different ways you could do this. You could do it solely with a hammer and dolly. Took your time to do it. I'm not that patient. What I've done here is I've drawn a line in about 1/8 of an inch in from the perimeter, and I've taken my wire cutters here, and I'm just using that as a makeshift brake. So I'm putting the jaws right on that line and just getting that started. Not worried about the corners because I'm going to have to do that with a rod and a hammer. But this will allow me to get this roll started. I can come in here and back this with a dolly and just lightly tap those over. You're still gonna have to do dolly work, but this will at least get you started and in the ballpark. Okay, now I'll get those corners. There. A little bit too big. It's okay. I just have to make a bigger thing so it latches shut. Oh, by the way, the window's together. Painted it up with a rattle can, flat black. Looks a lot better than it did before. I'm sure it won't last. Anybody know where I can get these things made? Come on, Dennison, you know where these things can be made. So before I can put that in, though, I gotta paint that window area, that window jamb. Paint that first before it goes in, because once that goes in, I'm gonna caulk it, and so I don't have to deal with it anymore. At least not this year. I think tomorrow I'm gonna run up to Home Depot and get the rest of the plywood, and I'll finish out that floor. I'll get the rest of that floor in, and I can get back on that heating system and get that thing wrapped up. I'm tired of thinking about it. I just want to get it done and back together. It ain't getting no cooler. That's in the shade, in the garage.